phones are ringing. If you want to talk to me, Scotty McClue, back we go to the telephones. We're talking to Peter. Hello, Peter. How are you doing, Peter, love?
Yeah, Scotty.
Are you all right?
Yeah, not so bad.
Hey, nice to hear from you. It sounds like you've had a bit of a tough time of it since I've been away.
Not off.
Hey?
Yeah,
You don't deserve that.
I know, I can't understand them. I can't understand people. You know, I just can't understand it.
Maybe they can't understand you, Pete.
Well, you know, I'm just, I'm just as I am, me, Scotty. You know, think of me, I'm complex.
By the way, happy birthday.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
Scotty.
You were my first caller this time last year.
Yeah, happy birthday.
A year ago tonight, you were the first caller in this phone-in.
Yeah.
So you're to be revered.
That's great. It's soon past, though, hasn't it, Scotty, that year?
Oh, it's just flown past. Don't know where it's framing gone, Pete.
Amazing, isn't it?
But the growth in the phone-in is just absolutely incredible. It's just knocked all other radio stations into a cocked hat.
Yeah, it's just brilliant.
You know, so there we go.
Yeah, and
other radio stations are just sitting looking at each other wondering what to do. They say we can't compete with Scotty McClue's massive magic megaphone-in.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. And I think Ken is fabulous. That's always been my opinion, that Scotty.
Oh, yes, no, you've stuck to your guns. You think Ken's a top man.
Yeah, particularly with Christmas coming, because I think that, you see, what I'd like to listen from these atheists is, if they're celebrating and acknowledging Christmas Day, then, they've got to be a believer of Jesus and God.
Why don't we make it, right, that if you're not a believer of Jesus and God, you don't get a holiday on Christmas Day. You don't get to celebrate.
Certainly. That's absolute, that. That's absolute. I think there's got to be a test with that.
You know, why don't we say, look, it's a Christian festival for those who believe in Jesus and God. Now, if you don't, you can't have Christmas. That's it. Finished. Finito. Game over. Good night, Vienna.
Definitely. But I think you see why...
2 cherries and a nudge.
Yeah. I think things have gone so downhill since people's abandoned church, going to church. I think that's what it's all down to. I think...
Well, I heard them talking about how, there's a lot of modernization going on in this country at the moment. Now, modernization means no faith, no religion, no respect, no reverence, no jobs, right?
Yeah.
No future for people, no fishing, no farming, no steel industry, no mining, right?
Yeah.
If that's what no jobs mean, no queen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that's what modernization means, then they can shove it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I think what people need to feel now is being refreshed. The soul's got to be refreshed. Like me, I always make a point around this time of year, particularly, to just view churches. I'm that type.
Well, I think we need to re-establish what the world stands for, what people stand for, what government stands for, and what this country stands for.
Yeah, because it's a capitalist society and materialistic society.
But that's why people live here, because they love capitalism.
But it's fake. It holds no bearance on what we're living for, Scotty. What we're really seeking from this life.
Yeah, but you wouldn't like to see people not able to pay the bills or you see, we're a cold country, so we can't sort of live the way people live abroad. We can't even, stay in the warm weather.
Yeah.
What happened in this country, Peter? And I know you've got a bit of a chip in your shoulder with social things, right?
Yeah.
But let me take you back 1,000 years, and there would be little huts round the big hall, and all the peasants would be living in there, and the likes of tonight, they would be frozen cold.
Yeah.
Literally frozen cold.
Yeah, but I think all we need is to survive, Scotty. I think we all want to go back to life.
Yeah, but we've got it better. I mean, to be honest with you, capitalism has brought us the best life that any race has ever had. And if you look at capitalism throughout the world, it's a really good way of life. Everybody wants to be part of it. All these so-called asylum seekers, the bulk of them are economic migrants.
Almost
they want to get into a capitalist system.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, but I think most important thing is, Scotty, is to know purpose. This has always been my question, and it's to know and feel the purpose of being me and you being you.
Well,
know.
the purpose of being British is to make this country great. Now, is that happening? Is that what we're all doing? That's the purpose of being British, is to make Britain a great country, to live in, to work in, to sell around the world. So, I mean, is that happening? Now, the purpose of being you and me, we've been given the gift of life. And I would say you and I are singing from the same hymn sheet. I would say we're wanting to leave the world a better place when we snuff it to it was when we came in. Now, that might only be in a tiny, 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 tiny way, but it don't matter.
Yeah.
Am I not right? Would you not like to think that when your days on this mortal coil are over, that you've left the place better for having been here?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's true, Scotty, but I do think, though, and I think you think that it don't matter what we do on this earth, that we're still going to linger after death. So we're still going to be...
Oh, I think definitely. I mean, I think this whole spirit thing is very, very strong. And I'm not being a spiritualist. I'm just saying I think that the whole spirit within the human is a very, very powerful thing. And I think that if there are unhappy spirits, I don't want to use bad or evil spirits. I just want to use unhappy. Because I think Ken's a bit too hasty with these good and evil. That black and white attitude is very simplistic.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean by that. But I think if there are good spirits about, for instance, on this phone-in, there are good energies, there are good spirits about, you know?
Yeah.
And that's excellent.
Definitely.
But I can't understand why the people have given you a hard time and been so horrible to you. I don't quite understand that.
I think what it was, Scotty, I did what I say a really powerful point, right?
Oh, right. See, I didn't hear this because I was 250 miles away.
I think, we're really good. We're really good. I thought it was good, and I said it was good. Because it was to do with God and, my existence. And what I was trying to express it in a.
Did you say my existence is long?
Terms, but in a dramatic way, in almost in a language of its own in a way.
Right.
And I think it affected people. It affected people, and they weren't happy.
So in other words, it was so powerful and so effective that people got a bit moved by it.
Yeah, I created my own language. More than a poem, I'm almost getting a language. You combine feelings from them.
Was it a very long one? Because you have a tendency to write very long poems.
Yeah.
Maybe people just got a bit cheesed off because of the length of it.
Yeah, and it weren't focused. It weren't really focused.
Why did you not focus it? Because you see, this is the one thing that I will say to you. You know I admire a lot of your, the workings of your mind.
Yeah.
But I wish sometimes you'd sharpen your focus.
Yeah, but Scotty, you see...
you tend to run on to other things before you've sort of looked at one thing, you know.
Yeah, but I think that's always been magic of my spirit, to be able to have that gift. I call it a gift, Scotty.
Right, fair enough.
I see it like as music, like a person playing a piano, then singing, then accompanying piano with song and rhythm and...
And what makes you think that you're a poet then, Pete?
Well, what it is, I just feel like a language of its own accumulate when I'm writing. It's almost me.
So when you're writing, is it sort of queuing up to come out?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
It's really it inspires me, Scotty. It's that strong sometimes, and I just see it as a gift. I see my complexities and being focused as a gift because...
Are you happy within yourself, would you say?
Oh, most certainly, because
But you're not happy with the way the world's run.
Well, I'll leave that in people's own souls, me, Scotty, because I think it lies with them. A person can't control another person's spirit or soul, so it's irrelevant, really. I do care at times, but it's up to them to accommodate goodness and find real everlasting goodness at some point, and I think it's, That's
Do you think it should be the aim of every single human being, man, woman and child, to find everlasting goodness?
Definitely.
So that's the purpose of life, to add to the goodness of the world.
Yeah, because once you start feeling a real good meaning to just being, not pretending, saying that, not being, what do you call it now, part at peerage and acknowledging your peerage, you know what I mean, what people think of you. Once you get away from that and know that you're doing good and what you're
So in other words, you're not really all that bothered what people think of you, as long as you know that you're doing good.
Yeah, as long as I know I'm accommodating good thoughts for my own self and foremost, and
sending these good thoughts into the ether.
Yeah, turning it into any good ways which I think is worthy of it. A lot of things aren't worthy of good thought and good energy.
Like what?
I don't know. A lot of things are unchangeable.
But doesn't everything need good thought and good energy?
It certainly does, Scotty. But I think a lot of people, you can't change a person's aura. If what they've come to know, what they've come to feel in their life.
But surely if somebody's got a negative aura, or somebody harbours an evil spirit, right, if there's such a thing, then isn't that because they've been damaged, either their spirit or their physical side has sustained damage at some point in its travels?
Well, yeah, it has. You see, I think first most important thing, if we're going to make a change on any individual, it's to say to them, right, it's to say, have you seen that side of life? Have you really felt and acknowledged that side of life? And that kind of thing, then a person will normally, if he's had bad experiences, like atheists, he will disacknowledge a different side of life.
Yeah, but you might be an atheist for a certain reason, that you feel terribly damaged or let down by God.
Yeah, that's it.
Stan the atheist, man. Yeah. I mean, God's just done nothing for him. There's John from Barnsley. I would say John's more of a humanist, really. He believes in people, the strength and the power of people, individual people, rather than the strength and power of a spirit, of God the Spirit.
Yeah, I think he's a good man, that John. I think he's a good man.
I think without doubt he's an exceptionally good man, He's
got a good balanced perspective. I really appreciate that about him. But
very interesting.
But I think like that, what do you call him, atheist man who comes on...
Stan.
Yeah, I think what it is with him, like most people... You've
got to hand it to him, though. He's a well-worked-out character. He's not a... he's not a fly-by-night Stan. He's well worked out. He's thought about it. He's given it some serious philosophy. He's fairly happy within himself. He's got a wonderful wife and family and that kind of thing. So he's not taking his atheism lightly.
Yeah, but why does he emphasise he's an atheist? That's one burning question.
Because he doesn't want people to think he's a hypocrite, and he doesn't want people to think that he believes in something he doesn't. So he's stating his point.
Really, I think a person's a hypocrite who gives the terminology of being a particular type of person, because by saying that, unless he can really back it up why they are an atheist, why they really act all that way, because I don't think they were born like it. I don't think anybody's born that way. Then he's lost his argument. A person's lost the argument, so...
Interesting. On that point, we'll have to finish up now. I'm going to have to dash. But great chat. Lovely to talk to you. And take care of yourself, and we'll speak soon.
Okay.
Happy birthday 1 year on to the phone-in.
Okay.
All right, Lars. See you, bud. There we are. That's Peter. Peter from Sheffield, who gets a very hard time off you lot for some strange reason. I would like to know why. So if you're on the line and you're ringing, or you want to ring us up, 0845 245 1021, and tell us, for goodness sake, why you think Peter from Sheffield gets such a hard time. He was the first...